All right, I'm going to wait a minute for everybody to get in here. I can drink my peach tea while I'm waiting. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where's everybody at? Let's go. All right. Catman, Ray Finkel. All right, we're starting to get some people in here. Give it just a minute, get some more in here, and then we'll get to business. And you guys notice I'm wearing, like, cold weather gear. It's gotten cold here in South Texas. Our high today is only 72. It's freezing. I have to wrap the pipes. I think the temperatures tonight are getting down to like 65, 66. So it's kind of crazy out there. Let's see what we got here. All right, all right. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a good one. So there's a guy out of Delaware, calls himself Delaware Defender. He is a News Now Houston fan, so I gotta like him, right? He copies a lot of my style. See, he's not confrontational. He uses a lot of my taglines and stuff like that. And for better or worse, he does a little bit of his own thing and kind of mixes it up, and that makes him unique. You know, he's not like a copycat, you know, but he is using good material, and you know, he's doing it right, and I have no problem getting up here and saying this guy's doing it right. And if you're not subscribed to him, I'm going to put a link to this video that I'm fixing to show you in the description. As soon as I get off the live stream, I'll do it. So this guy is standing on a public street in the right-of-way, and they arrest him for trespassing. God. And, of course, these are Fraternal Order of the Police, you know, unionized police. And the department is already trying to cover it up. They're not taking phone calls, but I am going to leave you contact information for the PD. If you call that, you'll get the sheriff's department will answer. The PD's not taking phone calls. And I will leave you contact information for the mayor's office. I attempted to make phone calls myself. However, they are unwilling to discuss the matter with me because they're cowards. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get over here and share this with you. Get ready to be pissed off. Are you guys ready for this? Here we go. Now, just to set the stage here, he is off to the right here. You can't see it in this frame from his body camera footage. There is a utility pole, a speed limit pole, a sign that has a county sign on it anyway. Okay? They're trying to say that, see that fence line right there? That's the end of the property for the company that they're arresting this guy for. Okay? It's not out here to the curb. They're saying you got to walk in the street. It's total lies. But here we go.
You hear this, dude?
What's that?
You hear this, dude? You were perfect. Why is he gonna ruin it for you guys?
He's not ruining nothing. You weren't on the property earlier, now you are.
I was in the same exact spot.
And you were down the street.
You know what this is?
What's that?
A street sign.
Uh-huh.
They can't put their street signs on Amick Farms property.
Okay.
So this cannot be Amick Farms property because there is a Maryland sign here. Come on, dude. Come on, Garvey.
One more time.
I'm not going to give it to you. I'll go. That's fine.
You got anything on you?
Not really, no. I got a phone and keys and a water bottle. This is ridiculous, guys. You guys are a joke. Just a business card.
Delaware Defender.
That's me, brother. Why are you going in my pockets?
I actually got anything on you, said now.
What do you... I just told you. A strap.
Strap?
That's it. That's a lens cap. That might be the lens. Is it circular?
Okay, I can't just let that go. He says, "Is it circular?" His cop's feeling him up. He says, "Is it circular?" All right, guys, I'll leave that alone. Sorry.
Oh, and on the phone, yeah.
So why are you making this difficult?
You're making it difficult. Lee was perfect. I'm not trespassing. You're ridiculous. I'll go to jail for it because you're full of shit.
Okay.
There's no way that this is their property. It has a sticker on it because Maryland owns.
All right, so here's a good view of where he's standing. So here is, on the left side, that pole right there is a speed limit sign. Look over here. See, there's the company sign. This signage here belongs to the company. It doesn't have any county stickers on it or state stickers on it. What is this right here? Telephone pole. What is this right here? Phone lines. I believe when I looked at it, there was a gas line that ran through here as well. Okay. Public street. Right away. Center line of the roadway. 16 feet from the center line of that roadway is public access. So let's just say there's 10 feet of lane there, which is probably accurate. There's something like 6 or 7 or maybe even 8 feet here. Notice how far back the company placed their signage. Okay? Clearly this guy is on public property, but you know what? These thugs, these unionized thugs, I have no doubt that they probably work extra jobs for this company. So you want to guess what's fixing to happen?
Garvey? Huh?
No, I'm sitting here trying to be nice with you and reason with you, but you want to be.
The new Hyundai Sonata.
All right, so I'm going to put a link to the description, in the description, for the full video on Delaware Defender's channel. I've spoken to the young man. He seems like a good guy. My understanding, I've contacted some of my sources out there on the East Coast, and they say that the Fraternal Order of Police is already having a fit over this guy. Apparently, he's doing a lot of what I was doing. You know, he's catching the bad, crooked cops a lot, and they don't like it. So I told him to, watch his back, that, he's going to face some backlash. I'm going to put him in touch with a civil rights lawyer. I'm going to send that information over to him here shortly. And, these guys don't have qualified immunity on this. I mean, this is no doubt any idiot can look at this, let alone a educated, certified, experienced police officer, and know that's a public street and that there's public right-of-way there. So if they're not going to have any qualified immunity, and will he get a bunch of money? No. He was in jail for an hour. He'll probably be lucky to get 10 grand out of it. But that's $10,000 he can put into doing more of what he's doing here. But in the meantime, he needs some support, guys. He's got a GoFundMe set up. He's going to need to hire a lawyer to fight the criminal charge they gave him. They actually charged him with disobeying a lawful order and trespassing. Oh, God. Where do they find these cops? I don't know, guys. Just don't know. Let me glance. Hold on. I got to get to the comments. Give me a minute. And I'll answer questions for you guys if we can get to them here. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Magic Angel, how are you, David? I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. Okay, let's see. Hold on. James Michael Campbell says, actually, AFL-CIO, that's a union. The police and sheriff's associations are not mentally stable. Okay. The Fraternal Order of Police is, for the most part, is what's the word I'm looking for? Not condoned, but the AFL-CIO backs the Fraternal Order of Police. Now, if you want to get into all of that. We want to get the unions out of the chief of police's business. I think the thing to do is to get the AFL-CIO to revoke their charters. I don't know how to do that. I'm not a union guy. I'm not a big and knowledgeable on the unions, other than the fact that when it comes to police unions, and I'm not anti-union. Okay, unions were supposed to secure good, safe working conditions for people and fair pay. I have no issue with that. Okay, but when the unions go in and they do their bargaining and get it set up so that a chief of police can't fire a crooked cop, well, that's not good for us, the people. Okay, and so we can't allow that. We can't have that, and it's got to change. Jan Spikerman says, Gruß from Würzburg. Hola. Let me see what I can find here. All right, get down here to the comments. Yeah, they ordered him at one point to get across the street, and when he tried to do that, nope, they wouldn't let him go. So, thank you, Vern. So the whole thing is bull. It's bull. And what you're going to find, I'm sure, is that these officers work off duty for that chicken farm. I have no doubt that's what we're going to find. You've seen it with me. It's Shell. You know, when the off-duty Harris County Sheriff's deputies want to protect their $150 an hour job, so the Shell security guy says, arrest him, find something, and so they do. They arrest me, and at Exxon, the security manager sends the off-duty cops off property to detain me so that he can come talk to me. Okay, we see this all the time. These police officers are more concerned with protecting their off-duty jobs than protecting your civil rights. And it's got to stop. What do? Well, let's take the off-duty jobs from them. What would it be like if police officers could not work security jobs off-duty? They had to go work at McDonald's. Or I'm not saying don't let them work extra jobs. That's fine. Go work an extra job. But you can't do security or law enforcement work. Well, Dave, why would you want to take those jobs from those poor guys? Because they're abusing their position. And nothing gets done about it. So that's what they do to us. That's exactly what they do to us. I can tell you before I am done, because of what is transpiring with me in the city of Deer Park, before I'm done, the city of Deer Park will not have police officers working for Shell anymore. Homeland Security, and I've got some higher ups in Homeland Security that I'm working with on this. Homeland Security dictates to these places that are critical infrastructure that they have to use off-duty police officers. But there's going to be some changes made to that as well. I've just got to resolve some issues before we get to that point. But it's coming. It's coming. I got it already lined up. But yeah, I suspect we'll find that some of these officers work off-duty for this company and they want to keep it happy. This company was the target of an undercover media investigation that found them doing some really bad stuff. And so they don't want people with cameras around. Well, sorry about your luck. Maybe I should pop out there and fly a drone. Put a drone up. Let me check the area there and see what the drone regulations are. All right, I was answering questions. Let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted there. Let me get to the comments. Give me a second here to catch up. All right, let me see. Sell you a News Now Houston hat. I don't have a News Now Houston hat. Sorry. Vern says, Happy Halloween, everybody. When am I coming to Puerto Rico? So there's a funny story behind that Tortuga GT. I have actually been thrown out of Puerto Rico. I got in a bar fight in Old San Juan. It's funny. Let me see. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and I got in a bar fight, and the police escorted me out of the bar and told me get out of town. It was funny. What do we got here? Jason Lynch. Technically, they are always on duty. That's right. They're always on duty. And if they weren't abusing their power, to help these, to do the bidding of these corporations, I would have no issue with it. Okay, but when the director of security says, go detain him so that I can talk to him. Okay, it's an unlawful detainment. The police officer knows it, and he should tell that guy, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's against the law. Instead, oh, okay, I'll run out there and get him for you. Precinct 4 constables. Harris County Sheriff's Department. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is, A, when an officer does something like that, he loses his off-duty work permit. Okay? And the only reason that's going to happen is if we raise enough hell with the sheriff or constable or police department. If they're willing to do something like that, commit an illegal act against a citizen, they shouldn't even be working the street. An officer does something like that, I'm not saying fire him because the union would throw a fit and protect him, but make him work in the jail. Put him to work in the jail. Put him in the property room. Put him someplace where he doesn't interact with the public, where he is not a hazard to the public. Remember, anytime you interact with law enforcement, your life is in danger. People say, oh, David, you're exaggerating. No, I'm not. You make a wrong move that officer perceives is hazardous to him, and it's going to be bang, 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 bang. Hold on. Clip. New clip. Bang, 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 bang. Okay? Anytime you interact with law enforcement, your life is in danger. Make no mistake about that. All right, let's go back to this. Yeah, oh, Steve's in here. Hey, PMP. Need more videos from you, brother. James Barnes, how you doing? You cannot take away their extra jobs. They need that part-time money to put their kids through college. So, yeah, they need money to help pay their bills. So let them go work extra jobs. Okay? Did one this morning. Okay, Steve, I didn't see it. I just got up and got moving. All right, so let's think this thing through for a minute. The extra job thing. Let's think this thing through for a minute. So we let them work extra jobs. But if they do something stupid, like come off property and arrest somebody for a crime they didn't commit, or detain somebody without cause, they work an extra job. Let's do it this way. Off-duty officer working an extra job has to stay on that property. Can't go off the property. Has to remain on the property he's working for. Period. I think that would help out with a lot of things. And there must be consequences if he violates that rule. So if he comes off property, he loses his extra job work permit for 2 years. Hey, I would go for that. I would find that acceptable. What do y'all think? I'm looking in the comments. Yeah, everybody needs extra money. You're right, Colin. Yeah, get rid of immunity. Qualified immunity. I agree. Qualified immunity has got to go. There's not even a foundation in law for it. The Supreme Court just pulled this out of their behinds. David Bennett. How you doing, David? Thank you. Like that name, David. All right. I do great work. Thank you. Hi, Truth Seeker. Kenneth Graham says these cops have $120,000 a year salaries. Why do they require a second job? Because, hey, time to stand. Because they're making money, and it's never enough. They're greedy people. They can't live like the rest of us. They want to be kings, not serfs. And so they have to make that kind of money so that they can sit up there with the judges and the DAs and you know, all those people, you know, so that they can be on par with them. That's what it's about. However, I will say that the average cop doesn't make that much money. They do like $80,000 a year or thereabouts. Hi Tim, how you doing? When am I coming to Portland, Oregon? I can't talk about that openly, but I can say directly. If they're working as security and not law enforcement, qualified immunity should not apply. I agree, but it does. It still does. Because they're 24 hours a day police officers. So they get those protections. But I agree. Yeah, they're off-duty jobs. Hold on. Their off-duty jobs are typically pay between $100 and $150 per hour. And when they negotiate the contracts for those jobs, they always make it so that they get a 4-hour minimum. So if they show up at a job, right, they get that $150 an hour. And if they show up at that job and they work 30 minutes and then the guy sends them home, they still get paid for the 4 hours. Hold on, I just saw something here. My cousin is a cop and he's not a good guy. No, they have not dropped his charges yet. He is working on his discovery. I went over that with him today, and we're going to get as much stuff as possible before they decide to drop the charges. And like I said, I've put him in touch with a civil rights attorney, so they can get that ball rolling as well. Yeah, the low standards, the hiring standards, yeah. California cops make 6 figures a year. There are places where cops make that kind of money. I don't dispute that. However, look at the cost of living in California. And I can't go over every single location and how much cops make in every single location. I can tell you what they make around here where I'm at. Okay, for instance, Galveston County doesn't pay their deputies that well. Harris County pays better. But it's not a lot of money. It's something like $80,000 a year, unless you're like a senior deputy, and then you're into the 6 figures. Or if you're on the take, you know, then you're into the 6 figures. You know, and it's just how it is. Chat news now. I'm here. I'm trying to tell you that there are ways to hold them accountable to us. Okay. Yes, John McKenna. I am familiar with Shark, and they run into these corrupt cops all the time. Shark does really good work. I love those guys. Love those guys. Max asks, do I still believe that people should be putting an eye on their local governments even though people are getting arrested for it? I 100% believe we must. It's our duty as citizens. It's our duty as patriots to keep the government in check. And if the government can't be kept in check, that's what they gave us the Constitution for. That's what they gave us the Second Amendment for. It's that simple. And, you know, my views on a lot of things are, in the last couple of years, have become more and more radicalized. I believe that, you know, you see people getting involved in shootouts with the police when the police raid the wrong home or whatever. I say that these shootouts are 100% justified, and that these citizens are doing their duty as patriots when they resist, because that's what the Second Amendment is for, is to keep the government in check. And if the government is banging on the wrong doors in the middle of the night and kicking them down, 100% you should be resisting, not standing there begging for your life. Oh, somebody threw me some super chat. Thank you for that. See, Colin Campbell, thanks. I can't read I can't read that, Tim Strait. 241, 2 puts them in jail. Yeah, that'd be good, except for, qualified immunity. It's just, basically, here's how qualified immunity works. The officer says, "Oh, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought the law said this, even though it doesn't. I thought it said this." And they get qualified immunity because they thought they were doing the right thing. I thought he had a gun. I thought he was reaching for a gun. So I killed him. Boom, qualified immunity. Forget the fact that I shot 97 times. That doesn't mean anything. Man, I'm popular today. That doesn't mean anything. The 97 shots doesn't mean anything. I thought he was reaching for something. So you get qualified immunity. Let's see what else we got here. How many times have you been arrested? More times than I can count. There have been a lot of auditors nabbed over the past few months. Is the police fighting back? Yes, they are. This started a couple of years ago, or a few years ago. The police unions, it started up north, and I was aware of it when it started because I had people sending me screenshots and whatnot. It started right after Chi-Town Sue's little incident with Justice PD. The unions began to organize and put out doctrine on how to deal with auditors. And basically what it says is arrest them for anything you can get them for. And if you can't get them for something, make something up. Cost them time, cost them money, put them in jail, make them sit around in jail. And so that was instigated by the unions, put in place by the unions, and that's what we are seeing occurring. But there has been some backlash from it. Some of these officers have gone overboard and they end up getting sued for it. And we're winning. So there's an up and down to everything. But, it is costing people money. And that's what it's all about. Cost you money and discredit you publicly. That's what you're seeing. These police officers will dig out anything from your past that's there. Anything. And something 35, 40 years ago, they'll pull it up. Oh, look, here he is. He hates cops because he got a speeding ticket in 1984. And they'll try and use that. He got a DWI in 1980. They'll try and use that. Oh, you hate cops because of that. Or, this guy's a criminal. This guy's a criminal because 40 years ago, he got a DWI. Never mind the fact that you served your time for that DWI and that you haven't committed any other DWIs or crimes in the meantime. That doesn't mean anything. You're a criminal because 40 years ago you did something wrong. But police do wrong and then that's buried. That's different. That's different. Oh, wait, no. That's different. It's that standard, that double standard that they're applying, that they're trying to use against auditors, okay, to discredit them. And what they're doing is actually giving more credit, because most people look at that and say, wait a minute, the guy did something wrong, he was held accountable for it, and you're equating that, he's been a good citizen ever since, you're equating that to your police officers who do wrong and aren't held accountable. It's not the same thing. It's not apples to apples. It's apples to oranges. It's completely different. But they are so desperate to make us look bad that that's what they do. And by doing these false arrests, they get your information. They know who you are. They can put you into the intelligence system. and that's another thing that they're working on. The fusion centers are not permitted to monitor political activists. Okay, they're supposed to be chasing down domestic terrorists, gang members, all that kind of stuff. But what are they doing? They are spending, and you can go over to Justin Pulliam's channel, and I've linked that many times for you guys. Justin Pulliam has done a real good expose on this. They are spending so much time, energy, and money monitoring political activists, the people they're not supposed to be monitoring, people like me. Okay? I'm the furthest thing from a terrorist you'd ever want to even think about. I've never made it a secret that you know, I support our government. I don't like it, but I do support it. Although I'm, you know, thinking that it's time for an overhaul in Washington D.C. But that's neither here nor there right now. All right. I've ranted long enough, guys. Again, you'll find links to this video in the description in just a minute. Get over there, get a look at this. If you can swing it, because I know times are tough right now with COVID and stuff. Shoot this guy a little cash to his GoFundMe so that he can afford. He needs some new equipment. He's got to get some gear, and I've laid it out for him exactly what he needs. And he's going to have to hire a criminal defense attorney to handle his criminal case. So let's get him on track. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you taking a break in the middle of the day. Come over here and listen to me rant and rave. And I will see you guys again soon. Y'all be safe. And as usual, always video the cops. And now I've got to figure out how to turn this off.